So why Fogachine? And one of the most exciting moments in terms of that show, yeah, I don't want to be negative, okay? We're all yearning for something juicy from Rick Owens. So let's have a wine talk. And while I'm drinking my wine, let us talk about the recent womenswear collection from Rick Owens entitled Fogachine for the Spring-Summer 2022. I know people have been reviewing the show already in countless of blogs or websites, but hear me out because I will take a different spin, so please keep on watching. It's never too late to review the Rick Owens collection. I know it's been almost like 2 weeks ago, and I have to review it no matter what. But anyway, my name is Carl, and if you stumbled upon my channel, welcome, and it's nice to meet you, and I hope I didn't scare you. To those of you who are subscribed, welcome back to my channel. So Fogachine is a truly special collection, mainly for 2 reasons. So the Rick team is back with vengeance in their home in Paris. During the lockdown, they were temporarily based in Venice. Number 2 reason is Michèle Lamy, the wife of Rick Owens and the muse of the brand, finally opened the show. I think she should have done it a few years ago, and it was a great icebreaker to start the show because we're all yearning for something juicy from Rick Owens. So why Fogachine? According to Rick, quote unquote, I fixated on the whole fog thing because we are entering a period of celebration. And I just love fog in its ambiguity. It's got religious overtones, it's got stadium rock concert overtones, and there are all these celebrations of everybody getting together to reach a different level of experience. So yeah, the grandness of the Rick clothes and the Rick pieces unify strongly with the marbles and the momentous facade of the polite Tokyo. There was always a foreboding sense that a ritualistic session or event is happening in any Rick Owens show. And according to him, there is a brisk logic to the pursuit of beauty above all else that has always appealed to me, and the endless refining of creative signatures in those that I have always admired. And focusing on beauty seemed like the right move. I read somewhere that he wants to continue making pieces that nobody ever had or nobody can do. We all know that, Rick. I can see more refined dresses as well in this collection. And I think these evening dresses will be worn by celebrities. And also, by the way, I just realized that the models weren't wearing masks this round. So I think this is a sign that Rick Owens is moving forward from the lockdown. I just want to mention, because we're in the topic of global distress, back in 2001, Rick was supposed to show his debut collection in New York, but there was an incident, which is the 9/11, and he had to postpone and cancel the show. When he finally got the chance to do the show, the atmosphere was somber and sad and a bit depressing. Now, coming out from the lockdown and this whole pandemic thing, he opted for something optimistic and something of a celebration. And one of the most exciting moments in terms of that show, in terms of the casting in general, is when I saw Gigi, not Hadid, but Gigi Harry, who I followed in Instagram, and I think you should follow her too. It's so funny because 3 months ago, we were just exchanging messages with each other on Instagram, and she was wearing this Rick Owens for a photo shoot for Lab Store London, and I was like, oh my God, you embody the spirit of Rick Owens and his vision. And then lo and behold, she is the first look of the show. Always a big deal for a model to open a show. From a viewer perspective, for me, fashion can sometimes be like a circus or a PR event. But with every Rick Owens show, I think there is a sense of going to a church almost. And it is a church indeed. The show was opened by the priestess herself, Michèle Lamy, and it was a dramatic entrance with all the thick fog to signal their comeback to Paris. And yeah, talking about the collections, spring-summer collections are usually charged with skin-revealing outfits and summery clothes, but Rick opted for armored glamour. There's an abundance of floor-sweeping dresses, long robes, and massive jackets in different lengths. Time and time again, Rick's strongest points come from his beautiful jackets and coats. But because it is a spring-summer collection, the fabrics all resemble a silk-like, almost like a sheer fabric. So sheer that you can definitely detect the skeletal framework of the dresses, and these garments imbued part dark and part erotic elements to it. Like he wanted the clothes to be a tool to celebrate freedom, but armored and protected at the same time. I don't know, a protected freedom, which again ties into the whole pandemic thing. I finally noticed that there is this detail that can be ignored, and in every look there is this murky obscurity happening, which mirrors the qualities of fog. Like we see a lot of mesh and an ultra thin nylon capes and flowy skirts, layers and trains. There is also this plume embellished chiffon top or dress, and I think a long jacket. These pieces will certainly emphasize Rick Owens' strength as a potential couture designer, although I think he wouldn't go to that path. Just to mention, at the menswear collection, there is this iconic full feather jacket. However, I think it wasn't mentioned if the same Maison produced the one that he showed in the women's wear. I just love it. I think it's giving off couture, Giambattista Valli, and Valentino vibes. It is couture, but it's more of like a daytime post-apocalyptic couture. The first look is actually one of my favorites, and I just love how it was paired with the aggressive colossal boots. It was actually brilliantly styled by the resident stylist Panos Siapanis, who has been Rick Owens' runway stylist since decades ago. I'm actually a big fan of him. Also, if I'm just over analyzing the whole thing, if you can see, I think the top resembles the Dark Shadow logo. And color-wise, I thought that the women's wear will be peppered by all white looks, but I was wrong. The colors were also used in his super old collection. It's from Citroën collection back in 2004, where he did orange in combination with salmon, this really dirty golden metallic. So I don't know if the team is kind of like researching from the archives and giving it an updated look. And oh my god, look at these pieces as well. Like, it definitely resembles the nomadic look that he did in 2004. Yeah, I don't want to be negative, okay? However, in my opinion, since this collection is like a sweet comeback, it would be great to see Rick covering new bases in terms of silhouette. I can't explain it. There is a lot of ongoing similarities just last year, and I think 2 years ago. Is he just making his branding stronger through these consistent pieces? One of those, for example, one of those is this micro tatlin crop jacket, which is super beautiful, and I think we've seen it first in the Phlegathon collection back in 2020. Then again, we see this bolder shoulder jackets again that we've seen in Performa back in 2020. Fluidity was best portrayed by these three complex multi-drape dresses, and the drapiness and softness that I have been yearning from Rick was answered. His penchant and knowledge regarding couture has always been overshadowed by his image and his branding that he is this dark lord, dark designer. Behind all those facades is a designer who is attracted to beauty and has always been inspired by Madame Grey. And there is an element that I really love that he introduced for this collection, which is deconstruction. Yeah, and deconstruction was portrayed by these cobweb knits, which personally brought me back to my roots when I was exploring my personal style. It is a clever piece with functional armholes wherein you can play with it and give it your personal touch. That is the intention of this piece. Here, his models paraded in his signature platform boots under those fragile dresses, which is a marriage of vulnerability and strength. The boots, I would say, was an amalgamation of two seasons, the wader boots from Phlegathon and the cutout Spartan elements from Gethsemane. What we have here is this insectoid mech bot inspired kiss boots. I'll give or take, it will be like $5 anyway, which is gonna be super expensive. Hopefully by next year we would see a new design vocabulary from Rick. We have already seen the kiss boots in hundreds of different styles. Perhaps it would be nice to see something that is more artful in a new silhouette. Remember when he created the turbo wedge and the turbo sneakers? I think everyone went insane. So rare that a designer these days can create equally compelling accessories and clothes. And Rick, I would say, is one of them. In general, for me, the collection is a summary of these two polar opposites. One is the grand aggressiveness, and another is his signature graceful approach and graceful softness. So that was my take on the Rick Owens show, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my name is Carl, and you can follow me on Instagram at @incarleuterio. You can follow me on Twitter as well for my daily nonsense. And also visit my blog karleuterio.com because it's still alive and kicking. Wrapping up, I would like to know your thoughts about the shredded shirts or the shredded fabrics. Do you think it's gonna be on trend, or would you wear it? And keep your eyes peeled for my next video because I will be doing this tutorial on how to turn this shirt to this shirt. Because this is what I did over the weekend, and I'm contemplating if I should make a tutorial. So comment down below if you want me to, so it's worth doing. And thank you guys for your support. We have just reached 1,000 subscribers. This wouldn't be possible without your support, you guys. I started this channel in November last year with 0 followers, and now I have met new people who are super inspiring, and it has been a great journey and learning experience. And cheers to more videos to come. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.